It's a good Thursday evening, and thank you for joining us for KAGS News at 6. I'm William Johnson. We've been talking about it for weeks now, and if you've stepped outside, you know it's hot. And when it gets hot, people tend to crank the AC. ERCOT announced earlier this month that the state of Texas will reach an all-time high for the grid use this month. We spoke with a local utility company to see how the Brazos Valley is doing in terms of energy use and ways people can conserve energy not just for the grid's sake, but for people's pocketbooks as well. Things are heating up. Literally, as Bryan College Station as well as other parts of the Brazos Valley see temperatures in the hundreds. Megan Brown says she's no stranger to Texas summers.
I'm from west of here. We call it Central Texas, but people from here call it West Texas. So lived here my whole life, always grown up in these Texas summers.
The public information officer for Bryan Texas Utilities saying that the heat is the kickoff for many people to use excessive energy in their homes in some ways we may not realize at first.
We're cooking dinner, we're maybe washing clothes, watching TV, all of those things that we do as we get home and kind of hang out with our family and our friends. So it's always good to conserve energy.
In fact, she says Texas reached a recent peak in energy use in several parts of Texas and in the Brazos Valley.
I will say we preliminarily may have reached a peak yesterday or day before, but just barely.
Reaching 344 megawatts as opposed to the regular 343. She also says lots of people are using their AC units to stay cool. Her advice to families, to bump up the temperature a few degrees, but to avoid shutting it off entirely.
We don't recommend turning it off, especially in our area, because you will build up humidity in your home. And if you're gone for a while, that could affect things, mold and mildew, encourage that kind of growth.
An unwanted growth that would go along with the rising temperatures, putting people through the hot summer heat. But despite this, she says a total grid failure for Texas would be possible, but unlikely.
Our forecasting that we will have plenty of reserves to meet demands, but yes, forecasting record demands to go along with this heat that we're all experiencing.
Heat that's only beginning to settle in for the summer. William Johnson, KAGS News. And Brown also says you can set your thermostat to around the mid-70s to 80, turn off your ceiling fan, and adjust your water heaters, all while you're not at home to save energy.